Justin Trudeau was facing a very tough conversation from opposition leaders, from the other politicians, especially opposition leaders, and one party already left his political party, and significant issues are taxes and migration. Reason is only one, because now opposition leader is clearly telling in the public speeches that Mr. Justin, we hate you. And that is real humiliation when Prime Minister Justin wanted to convince one worker in his visit to different places, and he tried to shake hand and he refused. He told, I have some dollars in my pocket and I have no dollars for my dental infection, and you took so much taxes from me, I am not able to check my teeth to doctor. No, he was telling, no, I will do something, but he refused and he did not shake hand with Prime Minister Justin. Now the opposition leader, Poilievre, is telling that you are different man, you are not same man, we have given you vote. Opposition leader was giving a very good favor last month. That's why Prime Minister Justin have full hand to run Canada. He was making new rules of migration. He was making new programs of migration, PNP expressway program, and for students when he was favoring migrants, but not clearly when he saw that opposition leader, Canadian citizen, the public is not favoring his migration program, and now he wanted to reverse back his migration, wanted to cut students, wanted to cut workers, and then did a very tough speech for migrants. But that did not work, because opposition leaders are telling that even you will cut migration, capping of migration, but your previous rules inoculated a lot of such migrants who are useless for Canada, and those are using our resources, those are burdens on Canadian economy. And what is going on, the taxes you are increasing because you are not able to run government without taxes, and these taxes are due to economic current recession of Canada. This is a story going on, and as I told you that even Canadian government, which put immigration restrictions, innerly he was not in favor. Reports are telling he did only to convince opposition leader, to convince the Canadian citizen before elections 2024, because if he want to win, he has to gain little of it favor and sympathy among the Canadian citizens. Canadian citizens have votes, temporary visa holders, students have no votes. The Canadian citizens will give vote, might he roll back, but increase of the taxes, definitely Canadian citizens on the other hand are weeping and they are crying, and they are moving from Canada to USA. Several Canadians already moved, and discussions show they were even moving to Mexico, they were moving to such countries with less taxes, and they were doing businesses there. And Canadian economic recession, one of the significant reason Canadian business people are leaving, Canadian citizens are leaving, because they are thinking we are here hand to mouth, we are not getting a proper health facility, we are not getting relaxation in the taxes, we are not getting houses. Housing is a significant factor in the Prime Minister Justin current era, and he was not able to plan effective house construction plan. Construction companies are telling that we were not giving such packages by which we could make more houses, because house making is so complicated process, so documented process, that they were not giving permission to construct houses. If they should have been given permission us to make more houses, we could make, but they did not give us favor, especially the government of the Justin. So all time the bombardment from all angles going on. What is real inside the story? Is the decisions of Justin were wrong regarding immigration and taxes, which he is increasing now, another tax of the carbon tax increase, and that's the Poilievre was telling, and is telling you are the man, you was not implementing such taxes in the past, and suddenly you change your stance in immigration, you change your stance of taxes. Immigration policy he is criticizing since 3-4 months more, opposition leader, and he met with Prime Minister Justin. He told that you have to control migration. But when Prime Minister Justin accepted his opinion, and earlier Mark Miller told a lot of significant changes he implemented for the student visa, like IRCC writing letter to the students, IRCC checking students they are changing colleges or not, IRCC checking they are studying or not, and if they are not staying in Canada without study, they are sending back to home countries. They could cancel many visas as well, and they were deporting students as well. Now another significant change up to November 2024, which will be a change, a memorable change. I think that change will click a lot of migrants in Canada, especially those migrants who are coming from Asian countries with low wages. They may have to go back to home country because they are going to reduce temporary visa work holders. In my other clip, I already told, but Prime Minister Justin was trying to recover, but unfortunately he is not able to recover these problems in Canada. I think political problems become very severe. Water is over the head now. Prime Minister Justin, how much he was responsible or not, that's the main question. Migration policies, when he was making very good programs like occupational list, the professional peoples, doctors, engineers, and uh, uh, IT specialists, and many others, healthcare professionals, which were needed by Canada by different migration provinces, PNP program, very technical migration in the era of Prime Minister Justin, which I will refer. Even Portugal type countries, European countries, Australian top developed countries following the rules of Canada. Point based system was also introduced, and Prime Minister Justin was having very good programs of the migration, and opposition leader was supporting. All Canada was supporting, Canadian citizens were supporting. Suddenly, scenario changed, and now Canadian Prime Minister Justin is in trouble. One party left, India Sikh party, and they told that we are not with you, and Prime Minister is now victim and vulnerable anytime opposition leader he already said that you have to take no confidence vote, and if he is not able to take no confidence vote, it might be Prime Minister Justin need to go, and elections maybe pre-elections mean that well before time, before 2024 elections are possible, if no confidence vote is passed from the PM Justin. Is PM Justin time is over? Our policies were wrong? That's the very significant. I will record in any other clip, but I will tell you significant policies. Most of the policies were very favorable for Canada. This was not Prime Minister Justin's fault. This is not a mistake. This economic recession came throughout the world. This immigration recession came throughout the world, and this current economic recession. Let me tell any country in which there is no economic recession, including New Zealand even. New Zealanders are telling we are under economic recession, we want to decrease migration. So migration, immigrants are going to be decreased in all over the world. So that's not the Prime Minister Justin fault, but opposition leader have very good chance to put blames, because when you will put blames on him, all these mistakes of the world errors, not the only one country errors, because Canadians are also living, UK people are living, Australia is not happy from economic recession, they are decreasing migration. New Zealanders are not, US, illegals problem, all countries, European countries, Portugal, Hungary, Germany, Poland, Switzerland, all countries are suffering. If you are telling this is just because of Justin policies, no, I think this is a world problem, world economic recession current going on due to multiple factors. Migrants are significant role in all countries, but I think housing sector was deteriorated in the last 1 to 2 years in Canada, and currently Australia, UK, Canada, all are suffering from housing crisis. I think in this department he was failed. He should have been made some role, like Australia now gave a contract to one construction company to construct houses in the coming years, with the billions of the people would be able. Now if Canadian citizen is telling I have no house, so I think this is a very poor thing, that even national of Canada telling that migrants are occupying rents, and I have no my own house, I'm living on rent, I'm not finding house on my rent because migrant students took that little of it high price, and high prices are due to the migrants. So therefore, now Canadian Prime Minister Justin is now in a transitional phase due to all multiple factors. He is responsible, but he is responsible or not responsible. That's a discussion. That's we can't decide in just a 5 minute session. But one thing is sure: 90% policies were good, 10% policies were not good, and he is not down due to the 90% 10% policies. That is technically the error of the immigration rules of throughout the world, especially illegals who entered from Mexico to Canada, especially the people who moved from USA to Canada, and especially the students who got visa and they did not go back to their home country, especially work permit holders who came but they did not use their jobs and they were jobless, and the tourist visa holder who entered Canada because he was very friendly with the tourist visa holders to escalate the tourism industry. And I remember he was such 4 months back when all things were very normal. He was telling with confidence, why you are not coming on tourist visa? And if you will get tourist visa of Canada, you can change to the work permit. In the YouTube, one keyword was very famous, the tourist visa to the work permit. Reason is that because Justin was supporting that word. I mean that you can switch tourist visa to the work permit. Still, there are some chances to convert tourist visa to the work permit currently if you are in Canada. But now Justin is planning to finish in November 2024, and all these things were not going in favor of Justin, especially those decisions in which some people entered but they did not go back to Canada. Overall, migration system was very successful, very developed, and very powerful, intelligent decisions by IRCC, especially when they were doing their job good. But when their job were not good, especially Mark Miller, immigration minister, go back home, go back home. Such words really criticized all over the world. And when students were not now getting admissions in the universities of the Canada because Mark Miller used such word, go back to your own country, never mean you can't send students, but using this word mean that you are using against genuine students as well. So why not you only make rules and such harsh statements not announced in a media? Thank you.